Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the National Culture and Arts Awards hosted by the Department in Youth and Culture. Tonight with me, we have the Honorable Minister of Education and Social Development, Ms. Deanne Kentish Rogers, the Director of DYC, Ms. Evan Carty, and the Senior Program Officer Culture, Ms. Tiffany Rogers Carty. Tonight I'll be interviewing, and I am Nadi Silik. Tonight I'll be interviewing them in regards to what the department has been up to, the Culture Division, and this initiative that they're putting on this weekend. I'll first start with Ms. Kentish Rogers. How have you been finding the past 6 months since you've been elected into office?
I found the past 6 months to be quite interesting. And I think my favorite part has been just seeing how the departments work in stride, and one such a department being the Department of Youth and Culture. They work so hard, and it's something that it's not that I'm taking credit for. But this evening is a testament to how hard they're working and how important they see culture's role in the development of our national identity as Anguillians, and how it can unify us as a global brand. And that's something that has always been dear to my heart and something that I intend to help them forward.
Okay, and as you guys may or may not know, this weekend the Department of Youth and Culture is putting on the Malliouhana Fest, and it started yesterday with Culture on the Road. Tonight is the National Culture and Arts Awards, and this is the second initiative, and it's been running for how many years now?
This is the 5th year for the National Culture and Arts Awards.
Okay, so can you talk more about the Malliouhana Fest and what do you think about this initiative? Because it's the first time that we've had a full-on festival during National Heroes and Heroines Weekend.
I think it's the first of what should be a staple on the calendar event for Anguilla. We celebrate culture in Anguilla through our summer festival. We have Festival del Mar. But this is the first time we've dedicated a festival just to our culture, to searching out parts of it and celebrating parts of it. And that, I believe, is something that even our residents are looking for, but also our visitors. When they come to our shores, they're looking for something more. They're looking for what is the soul of an Anguillian, and I love to say that. Well, what is the soul of an Anguillian? And you find the soul of an Anguillian in their culture. And this weekend, although it's the first of its kind, and although it's smaller than we would want because of the coronavirus circumstances, hopefully as time progresses, and I can bet on it with these ladies at my side, it will become bigger and better, and we will see, and hopefully we'll see our people, our children, embrace our culture in a way that we haven't seen them do before.
Okay, and Ms. Carty, Miss Carty, not Mrs. Carty. Can you tell me more about where the initiative for the Malliouhana Fest came from?
The Malliouhana. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Malliouhana Fest, well, there are different elements, as Nordicia indicated, so they have come from different places. The Culture and Arts Awards, as one of the ladies said earlier, is now in its 5th year running. And the Culture on the Road, which we had yesterday, was an initiative that started, I think there may have just been one iteration of it, if one can be an iteration. And that was started, done by Shelia Rogers Webster when she was at the department perhaps 7 years ago. She was the division at that time, and these things take a lot of persons. There are 3 ladies in the Culture and Arts Division now, and they've been running ragged for the last several weeks. So for one person to just do one element of it took a lot. The division has grown, the department has grown. So Culture on the Road was Shelia, Culture and Arts Awards. I don't remember who started it, but it was something, when I joined the department 6 years ago, that was the first year. I can't take credit for it, but it was one of those things we saw the need for. Then tomorrow we have the art walk, and in our presence is Honorable Quincy Gons-Marie. It is something she wanted to do, I think, even before she entertained or expected to be in government. I may be corrected on that. And Tiffany brought it to us in the division and the department, and again, it is something we were happy to run with. And then on Monday, the fourth and final element of our Malliouhana Fest is our Jazz on the Lawn. It is called Tranquil. Tranquil, the name came from Tiffany. The concept, I think, is everybody who loves culture and loves jazz, so none of us can take credit for it because, you know, sometimes you think you have a bright idea, and if you don't jump on it immediately, somebody else gets it done. Some of these things are like that, you know. So when we have the conversations, it's like, oh, you know, this is something I've thought of. I never really knew how to get it done, or we didn't have the resources. So nothing happens before it's time sometimes. And where the division is now and where the department is, we have some powerful women working, passionate. We don't look at the hours. We don't look at the pay. We just have things we want to get done, and we just go out and get it done. So, yeah, I think that answers the question.
And Tiffany, what can the Anguillan population expect from tonight, the Culture and Arts Awards, and the rest of the weekend? What can they hope to see when they come out?
For the Culture and Arts Awards tonight, we can hope to see 5 persons be honored for their contribution to Anguilla, and these persons have done a lot over the years. We did change the categories for the Culture and Arts Awards this year. We added a few just so that we can be a little rounder and garner more support in persons for the nominations. We do have a full booklet this year. Our booklet for Malliouhana Fest, it actually has everything for the entire festival. So there's a little bit about Culture on the Road, about the Culture and Arts Awards, the Art Walk tomorrow, and Tranquil on Monday. For the rest of the weekend, you can expect to enjoy yourself, for the most part. That's my intent when I'm not running around like a headless chicken. But tomorrow for Levy Rome, we have 40 artists, creatives registered, and there's so much different things. We have culinary arts, musical arts, we have artisans, we have carpentry, we have makeup artists. So there's so many people to see and so many things that people are bringing. That there's oils, there's so many options. If I try to name them all, we'll be here all night. But I expect that they will enjoy the event because it's a chance for them to network with other creatives, and it's a chance for them to showcase and learn and be able to stand on their own and represent themselves and the Anguilla, because we do intend for this festival to continue on as the years go by. And it's one of the things that we want to add to build the orange economy in Anguilla, because that is a creative economy, and we want to push our creatives forward and help them to grow and stand and be able to represent us well abroad. And that's the same thing for Tranquil, because they are artists, they are artistes, so they're entertainers. And we do have 7 persons that are going to be entertaining us on Monday. That is Tranquil, Jazz on the Lawn. One of the nominees / honorees this evening as well, Spraka, will be there as well. So if you really love Spraka, I hope to see you there.
We all love Spraka.
I know, right? So Spraka will be entertaining. Elliot, we have Steel Brass and Blues, Kenesha, Planet Shifters, 12th Avenue, Gershwin. So we have a lot of persons. And if you see us anywhere, we have a number of these booklets. You can definitely ask us for one so that we can share it with you. It has all of the information. On the back as well, we've listed all of the events that we have and their locations, so that way you know off the bat where to go, where you need to be, and how you can come and support and celebrate with us. For us, we want Anguillians and residents to realize or to assist us in supporting our creatives, because sometimes we find that some of the creatives don't get as much support as others, and we wanted to make sure we gave a level playing field to everybody so that everybody had the same chance.
And for the Department of Youth and Culture, the Culture Division, the Department of Youth and Culture is always busy. I know because I've worked there. And can you let the public know, what you guys have been up to, what you guys will be up to in the next 6 months, 12 months, what to expect, what new projects are, soon to be rolled out. I know you guys are doing the old courthouse building. What can you tell the public about that?
The old courthouse, it's absolutely beautiful, by the way. If you haven't seen it, you need to swing by. It's just I think all of us stopped by a few, I've lost track of days, about a week ago. It's only been a week? Okay. We stopped by about a week ago for an update, and I think everybody can attest to its beauty. We are actually in the process of finding a curator to be able to work with us at because it's going to be turned into a museum, the courthouse. So we're looking for someone to work with us to be a curator for that. I see Spraka saying he's willing to do that. We'll have a talk with you right after. But I don't want us to dwell too much on it without being able to see all of the plans that we're going to have for it, because I don't want to speak out of turn and then somebody holds me to something I said and I'm held accountable. But I will say that you can stop by, you can view and visit it. It should be finished, hopefully, by early March, I'll say. Give myself a little leeway there. For the department itself, what we're doing is we're continuing some of the same initiatives we've always had, but we're trying to expand and grow them. So for this year, what we did for Anguilla Day, for example, Anguilla Day time frame, we did Say What You Mean, where we did a road show where we had Yellow Shirt Man go on the street and ask a few questions about Anguilla and things culturally and traditionally Anguilla, just to see how many people knew and, you know, give them the actual answers for those that didn't. It was a fun event. We hope to do that again next year. We always have our culture calendar. The theme next year for the calendar is Know Your Culture. So it's going to have a lot of tidbits in there. We do have a program called Know Your Culture. And so we do that on the radio, and we're looking at other avenues to bring that out as well, so more persons are in tune with things that are culturally Anguilla. And of course, we have all of the other programs that we have. You can come to the Department of Youth and Culture, pay me a visit, and we can discuss them all, and we can see if anybody out there would like to assist us with any of the projects that we have, or if they have any ideas for new projects going forward.
Sure.
And just to add, TIFF having ended on assistance, I do really want to publicly, again, thank and recognize Mr. Michael Taylor. He is the person who is funding the, I don't want to say renovation, because it really was just the leftovers of the foundation. So it's the complete reconstruction of the old courthouse building. It has been in ruins since 1950, and, you know, no questions asked other than, he requested two things of government: that we assist him in importation and duty is waived on the material, and that he picks the contractor. And that contractor is Mr. Carty. It was non-negotiable. This is the man, he wanted to do that job. We had no issue with that. You know, if someone is going to pay for the reconstruction of a building that was destroyed in a hurricane since 1950, and you only want to pick one of the best contractors on the island, you know, awesome. So really thank you, Mr. Taylor. Big shout out for that.
And any parting words for the audience before we start tonight's event? In regards to Malliouhana Fest, culture, creatives, the arts.
Well, my parting words are really simple. It's just come out and support. We might take for granted how much it means to our young creatives when you come out and you show your support, but it means quite a lot. And if you could just show your presence physically over the weekend and on Monday, I think that would show them that we really care. And I think I would appeal to all Anguillians to come out and support our creatives.
Thank you, Mrs. Kentish Rogers, Mrs. Rogers Carty, and Miss Carty. Excuse me, I didn't know that one. Yeah, Mrs.